All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to McBoss Capital Livestream. My name is Michael Chu. Today is Friday, April 25th, 2025. And right now, NASDAQ is slightly positive. It's been fluctuating between green and red. And Dow Jones is down 8.8%. S&P is down 0.3%. Volume has come up a lot more. That's very interesting. It was negative on NASDAQ earlier, and it was much more volume on New York Stock Exchange, but this one has come down, but this one has come back up. So far, uh, well, that's weird. It just switched back to negative and positive again. So um, maybe there was a blip. So anyhow, so it looks like it's still lower volume in NASDAQ. Um, Today looked like feels like a holding day after 3 days of gains. So that's not a bad thing, okay? Because we have such big move the last 3 days, I think it's good for the market to digest at this point, and that as long as it doesn't give up too much. Um, so you can see I drew like the two follow through day here, right? And then yesterday, Thursday, it also went up again, but the volume came back down. That's okay. So we have two for 2 days back to back, very powerful move which brought it back above this short-term 21-day moving average. So now we are above it, and now we are holding. So that is good news as long as it doesn't give back much, because it could have easily gave back half this morning, but it didn't. Who knows? By the end of the day, it could drop. I don't know, right? Any news come out from tariff could really affect this. So we'll have to be patient. At this moment, we are seeing lots of stocks moving up, at least on my growth stock list, and I can show you that market trend. So IBD did raise their allocation from 0 to 20 to 20 to 40% now. So and they don't really call it market correction and so forth anymore, but I still think like anything under 40% is still, so they're obviously late right now because the market is actually falling through, and they're raising the allocation very slowly, um but the accumulation has been good, and more importantly, uh stocks on my list, there's about 344 right now. Out of that, 214 is in uptrend. So 70% has moved above their short-term moving average. So that is significant. Okay. So those are the good things so far. Stocks on the move a little bit weak today. Um, Given the mixed market today. Um, yeah, I don't know what to think of this because I was expecting the growth stocks to continue to move with Nasdaq higher, but it hasn't. And I said today's volume is really low on the Nasdaq side. You can see as well. So New York Stock Exchange volume is still higher. So let's just quickly go through this list. CEP. Again, there's something happening with this stock that I'm not familiar with. It's up 2 days in a row now. Like you can go take a quick look at this. So yesterday, right there, it closes at the bottom, like middle range. Today it bounced more. Um, so let me just quickly check if there's any what the news on this guy is, because it's interesting. It bounced 2 days in a row now. Um, okay, so it looks like it merged with a Bitcoin firm called 21. Um, and it will have a combined uh, value of $3.6 billion um, in terms of holding Bitcoin, which is behind MicroStrategy and Tether. Those two are the other ones that are holding Bitcoins. Yeah, so 21 is backed by also Tether, SoftBank, and Jack Mallers. Anyhow, so it's a Bitcoin stock basically. So that's what's happening there. Anyhow, we'll keep going. SAP, very powerful move after the gap up on earnings right here. So it's holding nicely above that gap up lows yesterday, and it bounced today. So it's making new highs. So here, so it falls down, and then it was able to find support near this low here. It went down slightly more, and then now it's finding support. So that's SAP. Okay. Um, that's good. Let me just mark my spreadsheet that we have talked about this, so I don't forget which one I talk about. We'll try to talk about most of them today. Um, then we have lore. So you see this list has shrunk quite a bit. We are over 1 hour into the market, but the volume is just not there today for most growth stock. That's what this screen is all about. Is are there volume coming in to support these stocks, right? So here's lore. I love space defense. So it has this nice trend line here. Let me just take it out now. So this is actually like a couple candle pattern right here. It broke out yesterday nicely. Um, so today moved pretty big. It's trying to clear this top level here now. It is a little bit extended from the 10-day, as you can see here. So it's a little bit risky to buy at this point, but you know, who knows? It could have another big day then on the breakout here at the traditional buy point. So, but for me, I'm gonna hold off because the market is kind of not strongest today based on the volume. So, and I'm not in this stock. I should have gone yesterday, but I missed it. So that was yesterday was the right buy point right there. But today would be more risk. It's up 3% right now. So that's lower. Okay, let's keep going. Now, yesterday it reported went up quite a bit on the gap up here. Today it looks like it's falling through, so that's good news. So the market really, I like when stocks follow through and get up because it just shows the power. Now, doesn't mean it won't pull back to the 10-day as it comes back up, but it gives me sign that there is accumulation happening, rather than people just selling right away. So hold on a second. Gotta- Let's see here. So that's what's happening with this. It's holding the low so far this morning. Okay. So like I said, it is a little bit extended right now. I got in yesterday, but today it looked a little bit extended now. Like this, you can see the 10 days right there. But there is definitely accumulation happening on this stock. So that's yeah, right here, SAP. Oh, sorry, now service now. Sorry, I'm confused. Very similar stock. Service now. It's not on this list right now. Okay, so let's keep going. Reddit. So notice there's more tech and software stocks moving. So this is obviously like social media related. Um, yeah, it's moving up. There's nothing wrong. The only problem is this 50 days coming down very hard right now. So we will find resistance here even when we come up to here. Here's the 10-day. It's not super extended. Um, yeah, it looks okay. Let me just check on my list where it's ranking here. Number 37, not bad, not bad. So yeah, I think that's a good one. It is reversing from this morning, so I will see if it breaks this. If it breaks this, it might go further and then bounce, and that could be your entry point with that stop there. But if it holds here and move back up, then this would be the stop level. So I'll watch this for today, I think. So that's Reddit, and it does have good earnings and sales, so it looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna put wait here, and I should remember to watch this now. Um, let's get going here. We have FHI in the financial area. It's not very strong earnings. GEV, it has one missed quarter, like lower quarter earnings, so it's not on my list right now. So it's just slightly lower for this coming quarter. But the stock is moving really strong. Um, yeah, this in the electrical area, power system. Um, not on the stocks on the move is VRT. This one also has strong earnings and sales. It is also coming back up. So you can see GVV looks slightly stronger than this one, but they're both coming back up. So I think the other stock also not on my list, CEG, also coming back up, also in related same area. The only problem this one has a little bit slightly lower earnings here in the future. Anyhow, those are all related stocks. Okay, going back to stocks in the move, RWR doesn't have strong, missing one quarter of earnings, lower earnings. LLY, Shopify. Shopify is also lower earnings in one quarter, so it's not on my list. But let's look at Lily. So this one still have really strong earnings forecast going forward. It is coming back up above this black line now, 200 day, and it broke out right there. So nice breakout. It's been moving. So I think I took a position here, or maybe yesterday. So it's falling through today. Looks good. Um, okay. Penumbra. So yesterday morning, let me just. So yesterday it broke out big time. On the high wall. You see that? After the earnings. So it came down, and then I think I was around here in the morning when I was talking about this stock, and I said let's wait a little bit. But unfortunately, I waited too long. It just moved up so fast. Today it moved up higher in the morning, but it's pulling back, so it's giving back some right now. So it could be a potential entry point here. Um, you know, but I don't like to buy on reversal, but maybe I'll take a smaller position. Because yeah, I don't know if it'll come back to 10 day, but it could come close to it is what I'm trying to say, and then before it takes off again. But yeah, let's put it on the watch list today. Yesterday I put it on watch, but then I missed it as the day got progressed, and it just jumped too much. It went up like 8% yesterday. So unfortunately I missed that buy point there. 7% here. Okay, so now it's down 1%. But yeah, it's really good stock so far. It's breaking out. Okay, so we'll just go from the top here. This some of this were on in the morning was on the stocks in the move. So let's look at app here. Let's do a quick market check. 50Q is up 0.05%, so it's pretty flat right now. So it looks like a flat day today for Nasdaq. S&P is also at negative zero point 0.1, so both of those are pretty flat. Dow is down 0.5, so it has improved a little bit. And Russell IWM also improved from down over 1% earlier. Now it's only down 0.76%. So it has improved a little bit. So um, okay, let's look at app right now. This is a huge trend line here. It broke you know, pretty much 45-degree angle. So given time, given price drop, it's now starting to build the right side of the base. So that's what it could look like. We'll see. So right now it's moving up nicely, and I did take a position today. This morning it's holding up. We'll see if it holds up. Looking at the morning lows right here, it tested right there, and it could fail though. So we'll see. But looking pretty good. Avago, Broadcom. So this one has this high and this high, but let's just use this high. This is the trend line right here. So around there. And it broke above it yesterday, so that I took a position. Today is went up this morning, but it came back down. So um, it's normal. That's normal action because again, stocks tend to it doesn't just take off away. Usually it comes back to close to the 10 day. So either the 10-day move up faster or the stock comes back faster. Like it's one of those two. And it's starting to, move back down a little bit. That's okay. It's still an up day. Here's yesterday's low. Today's low is even holding too, so that's really good. So yeah, it could be an entry point still, I think. But anyhow, that's but like I say, I don't like buying on reversal day, because it could continue tomorrow. But that's again, that's how it depends how you manage your risk. But if you don't have a position, probably like if you do want to get in a small position will work. So that's a while ago. Let's keep going here, Palantir. So Palantir is a nice breakout right here. You have a double bottom base, broke out from the middle point. First time it kind of didn't work, and then the second time it worked. So today, again, same thing like many stocks today, pulling back from the highs this morning. But it still look overall pretty good. So even this is the low of today, it's holding. That's good. And we have Spotify. Here's a trend line right here. It's not moving up fast, but it's still doing okay. It's holding tight right here. This will be the traditional buy point. So I assume whenever it does break it, we want to see volume come in and just have very decisive move. So it's still this one still can be waiting for this break point. Today's intraday chart. Okay, it's holding the lows from this morning, so um, looks good. We'll see. If it does cross back down, then it'll probably test yesterday's low and this low here. SE. So the retail hasn't been as strong I found recently this last few days. But this is one that is kind of like Amazon kind of thing in Singapore, in Asia. It's starting to move. It's starting to finally move because it was stuck here, and then now it's starting to come out. Now it's at the 50-day line. So if we break through 50-day line, that will be really good. It could potentially move after. So we'll see. CLS. So it's starting to find some resistance at this 50-day line as it comes down. But yeah, volume is a little bit high today too. So so it might be a legit pullback here to this 10-day. We'll see. We come back down before it bounce again. So a little bit weak today. It already broke yesterday's low. We'll see if it break this low here. Hard to say, but yeah, a little bit weaker than usual. Volume also is higher on the selling side. So, but it is still in the uptrend, so you could give buying opportunity later, right? So that's one good thing about pullback is if you don't own it yet, it pulls back, bounce, that could give you an opportunity to enter. Um, we have Charles Schwab here. Uh, it just reported um really strong numbers here. It's also a W-shaped pattern. Most stocks have a W-shaped pattern, which is a bullish pattern. And now it broke out from the trend line. It still haven't broke out from the traditional middle point yet. But so far looking good. Yeah, looks pretty good so far. Um, yeah. So this is yesterday's low. The 2 days ago the low was tested yesterday, and then after since that it seems pretty good. That one is also good. Okay, that's pretty much it for today in terms of what's happening on stocks in the move. Not again, this list is a little bit disappointing today. It's very low volume. Um, and I don't know what's happening with this volume thing. It's just keep going back and forth. So I don't know. At some point it was like down 0.3%. Then this was green earlier, and now it's negative. So I don't know which one is the right number. Um, so we'll see by the end of the day. But at this point, we can say the stocks on the move is just very weak. Not much action today. I wouldn't. You have to understand we are up 3 days very strong, and it doesn't surprise me if the market pull back from here. So just a word of caution, um, especially if there's any tariff news that come out that is weaker, right? That's not good news. So like I said, we have 3 strong days of move here, very strong day, 3 big moves. I think Nasdaq is up almost 5.5% or something like that this week. So so it's normal for it to hold today, but then come next week, right? Here, the 50-day line here, that's probably the eye-catching line here. That could become a significant headway. And the worst thing that could happen is it comes near here and then goes down, right? So that's just something to watch for next week. But anyhow, I'll be doing my weekly videos at the end on this weekend. So please stay tuned and like and subscribe so you get notification. And hope you guys have a nice weekend and nice day today. Thank you.